We're gonna hop right into it. No intro, none of that. I'm just gonna go right into it. Let's go.
Listen, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all a piece of advice. And understand that I'm coming to y'all as bro. So don't look at me like some other nigga that just running his mouth. I'm saying this shit because I actually give a fuck. Listen, when y'all dealing with men, y'all gotta stop with that mean shit. Keep being mean to your nigga. Stop doing that shit. Now, I want you to understand, I'm not saying it's a wrong thing for you to be angry at situations and be upset. That's valid. But when you start being mean, being a bitch, that shit ain't okay, sis. You gotta stop doing that. All that mean girl shit, that shit ain't never been cute. I'm gonna tell you something, yo. I'm speaking for a lot of us guys. Once we find out that you act like that, the first thing that pops in our head is, I gotta get rid of this bitch. Let me just fuck this bitch a couple more times. Just go ahead and fuck off. I'm gone. Like, that's why niggas be ghosting y'all and shit. Once y'all that little attitude shit, y'all gotta stop doing that shit. Y'all be fucking y'all money up, and y'all be turning good guys into dogs out this motherfucker because y'all attitudes and shit. That shit ain't never gonna be cool, yo. Y'all don't understand how powerful y'all tongue is. Y'all tongue can make a nigga crash the fuck out. Y'all tongue can make a nigga come. Y'all tongue can make a nigga open his mouth and start talking when he don't even know how to talk. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all powerful as shit, but y'all gotta understand, y'all gotta know how to work y'all powers. I mean, just stop being so motherfucking mean. Like, that shit. Listen, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all a piece of advice.
The truth about living off the grid that nobody's going to tell you, all right? Don't let social media fool you. Living off grid is serious hard work, all right? I'm out here growing my own food, tending the water catchment, getting supplies from town, fixing leaks, all while living in a construction zone, all right? This will test your patience and make you truly appreciate all the little things in life. There's always a project to finish around here. I'm managing the solar power, doing all the little things every single day, rain or shine, because the job has to get done. All right, make sure you check out my new book, Off Grid Revolution. Link is in my bio. The truth about living. 3 things I wish I knew before living off the grid. All right, let's go. Number 1, all right, living off grid is hard work. Don't let social media fool you, all right? You are the carpenter, plumber, and electrician all in the same day, all right? This is not an easy lifestyle. Number 2, you're going to spend way more than your budget, all right? It's just how it goes, but it's all worth it because now you have your own home instead of paying rent, right? And number 3 is don't get burnt out, all right? It's so easy to overwork yourself living off the grid. Make sure you have time for adventures, all right? Restoration, nature, all right? And enjoy the sleep.
I'm just gonna just
You need to understand millionaire math. And I promise you, if somebody would have told me this while I was a senior in high school, I would have been a millionaire before my first year in college. Number 1 is you have to disconnect your revenue generation from time, because that is exactly how they get us. They try to anchor your revenue generation with time, and they do that in the form of dollars per hour. The reason we need to do this is because your time is forever limited, and we want to be able to make unlimited wealth. And honestly, if you don't have that mindset, I don't have the time in this video to convince you. So you're gonna need a product. It needs to be something that you can build once and sell unlimited times. And yes, you're gonna have to put time into building something the first time, but you're not gonna have to build it every time somebody buys it. We're gonna reverse engineer this from $1 million, because this is literally 10 years of income for the average American. All you would need to do is get 50,000 customers for something that costs $20. For the sake of this video, we're gonna say that the product is an ebook, so it hits the target of build once, sell unlimited times. And the first question that hits everybody's mind is, I don't know how to get 50,000 customers. And I like this quote that says, if you ask disempowering questions, you cannot find empowering answers. So instead of saying, I don't know how to get 50,000 customers, you need to start asking how you're going to get 50,000 customers. And here's where some serious millionaire math comes into play. If 50,000 sounds like too big of a number, all you have to do is this. Add 1 0 to the 20, and that takes away a 0 from the 50,000, making it 5,000. So now you only need 5,000 customers to make $1 million. And if you build a really good product right off the bat, people are going to be more willing to pay you more money per person. For example, instead of selling an ebook for $20, you could take the information in your ebook and turn it into a coaching community where you actually coach people live on how to do what you're explaining in your book. People are going to be way more interested in paying you $200 than $20 for just a simple book. Obviously, that's if you can provide real results to them. And since thousands of people have already proven that this formula works, the next step is to add another zero, making your product price $2,000. But guess what? That knocks off another zero of the 50,000. Now we're down to 500 customers, and you're still making $1 million. So you've proven that your product has worked because people loved your book, and then you started coaching them live and proven that it's worth $200. And now for this $2,000, you can actually start mentoring people on the information that was in that original book. So your product hardly changed. All you did was changed your price and the level of guidance that you're providing. This is an extremely simple breakdown, but millionaires do their math in this way. They are thinking, what is the fastest way that I can make this $1 million? And if you're wondering what business you should actually go and start, I have a ton of videos on my page explaining that. You need to understand
It's dope how you
millionaire
breaking it
math.
down, though. For real. You put your mind shit. You can definitely accomplish it. For real.
Hello.
Hey,
How you doing? What is your ethnicity?
Trinidadian.
And if you could eat at one restaurant for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, Tabanca.
Oh shit, what's good, bro?
Oh, that was good, boy.
Damn, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Yeah. Hey, I see you finally made out the hood, bro. I'm proud of you, G.
I appreciate that, fam. You know how to do what I had to do to get up out of here.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, I had an idea I want to run by you real quick.
Talk to me.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create like a little series or whatever, and I wanted you to be in it, like me and you type stuff. Yeah, maybe like put a little series together, starring me and you. So what you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds straight. Why you waited so long to start, though?
Man, cause I lost motivation. That's why. But when I see you coming up, I was like, yeah, I gotta get on that. So yeah, man, I'm trying to do the series and then get this thing popping. It's gonna do numbers for sure.
So you basically trying to look for an easy way out.
Shit, I'm trying to make it out too. I don't want to be stuck here while you out living your best life. Do I not deserve success too?
That ain't how that shit work, bruh.
What you mean?
I was actually putting in work, bruh. I was grinding. This shit ain't happen overnight, nigga. You think I just got here to just help niggas who ain't even doing shit with their own lives back in the hood, bruh?
Nigga, somebody had to do it. I would have did the same shit for you.
I ain't trying to hear that shit, bruh. Niggas love to say what they would've did. Oh, I would've did this. I would've did that. I don't give a fuck, bruh. Cause at the end of the day, everybody want a fucking handout, bruh. And when it comes to the handout, y'all got me fucked up, nigga. And that's straight up, bruh. Respectfully.
You call it a handout. I call it a key. See, you done put yourself out there and made a big name for yourself. And you surrounded yourself with niggas who ain't got shit going for themselves. And you expect them to not follow behind your footsteps? And then you expect us to stay in the same place that we struggle to survive every single day. You got us fucked up.
Very early in 2025, all hell is going to break loose. The volume of sightings, weird objects in the sky, it's off the charts. I am swamped by people sending me videos from all over the world. And it's not just in Bedminster, New Jersey. It's not just in the United Kingdom. It's India, Greenland, Russia, Kazakhstan, China, Japan. I cannot believe the volume of sightings that are going on at the moment. Something is showing itself in our skies. We are going to look back and we are going to say that the autumn of the drones was a turning point. There's consistent sightings of drones over military facilities. It sounds like nothing at the moment, but I wager it's going to turn out to be enormous. I think 2024 in future will be seen, ironically, as the calm before the storm. A reckoning is coming.
Definitely.
Very early in 2025.
I want to show you guys this video real quick. Hold on. Now she about to mess your head up because she messed my head up when she said that.
Let's mess with your mind for a sec.
Uh-oh.
Ready? I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it in your mind. What kind of phone are you holding? So remember, answer in your mind. Did you hear it in your mind? Okay, cool. Now, I want you to answer the same question out loud. What kind of phone are you holding? Did you hear yourself say it?
Yes.
So now here's the real question. Which one are you? The voice in your head or the voice you spoke out loud? Trick question. You're neither.
Wow.
You are the one who noticed both voices, the one who could tell between the two. You are the observer, not the thinker, not the talker. You are the soul behind it all, the one who sees the experience, the one who's aware. Who's observing your life right now? Stay woke, my friends.
What? And that clip blew my mind. I'm like, what? She right though. Like you just the observer. You're just experiencing this, you know? That's deep. Nah, that's actually deep. Damn. That's crazy, man.
Difference between who you are now and who you want to become is your mindset.
You know, the only difference in steam and ice is the state of vibration of the water or the H2O. Do you know the only difference in where you are versus where you want to go is your state of vibration? Do you know that everything to get you there is already here? And it always has been. What we need to do is we need to constantly think about where we're going, what we want to do, and we start to increase our level of thinking by vibration, and we begin to attract thoughts of a like nature that'll move us in that direction.
Your outlook on life, your perspective, your paradigm plays the biggest roles with the results that you have in your life. If you don't like the way your life looks, it's something within you that is attracting all of that shit. God is going to help support what you do frequently, not what you want, what you do frequently. So if you wake up and complain, God is going to help support those complaints by sending you more things to complain about. If you wake up and express gratitude, God is going to help support that gratitude and send you more things to be grateful for. If you wake up and celebrate, God is going to send you more things to celebrate. Just express happiness, bro. Raise your eyebrows. Smile. Watch your life change, bro. Trust. Comment real to get more wisdom from my ebooks and follow me for more. The difference between
I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have shit to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them meetings. You can stop all of that bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own shit. Don't be putting me in other people's bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I haven't addressed.
I feel this would backfire on him. He do his own shit, I believe him. Somebody said that in the comments. Well, these comments is too funny. It's always the comments. The comments always make it more fucking right.
What you want, get out the crib. Don't let nothing stress builds up. That shit gonna turn you retarded. That shit gonna turn you sick. You gonna die. Somebody who get on your nerves and always in your head, stay away from them, block them, keep them blocked. Don't answer them, keep them blocked. Your happiness is first. I'm telling y'all, my nigga.
No, wait a minute. It's your peace. It's first, man. The peace come first, man. Hey, you cannot let nobody disturb your peace, man. That's one thing that you always have, the peace. Happiness comes and go. Okay? It's your peace. That's everything, man. Hey, you gotta have that peace.
You're gonna die trying to listen and I'm telling you. Cause don't kill yourself. Everybody treat everybody different. Yeah, that went over some of y'all noggin. Probably stressing you and treating him. I don't know. I don't let nobody stress me. What you
Nah,
want, get out
she
the
not.
crib.
He not
Don't let
on.
nothing stress.
Stressing you and treating. Hey,
I'm going to continue to say it because people aren't listening. I'm on teacher TikTok, and these teachers, and I'm getting pop up after pop up. Black teacher, white teacher, Latino teacher, young teacher, old teacher, real teacher, city teacher. It does not matter. Male teacher, woman teacher, it does not matter. All these teachers are saying the exact same thing. There is something wrong with these kids. And everybody keeps saying, well, it's the parenting, it's parenting. There has to be something more than that. There has to be. Because the way that these teachers are begging people to pay attention, like these kids can't read, they can't write, they can't comprehend, they can't sit still for more than 5 seconds. I will literally tell them, write this down because this is going to be the question on number 1, and they refuse to write it down because they simply do not want to. Or you'll tell them this is the answer to number 1, turn away, come back, they still don't know what the answer to number 1 is. Follow the hashtag teacher TikTok. All the teacher TikTok hashtags that are related to. And it is scary what these teachers are trying to tell you about the next generation of children that will eventually be the adults in the streets.
Yeah.
They are telling you something is wrong with them. I'm going to continue to say it because
only at Burger King.
The standard American diet is not working. It's not good for us.
I think we haven't really focused on the quality of food that we take. We're more interested in convenience.
I mean, the whole fast food thing on television, you know, all the pizza commercials, burger commercials, just fast food that you make at home, stuff you take off the shelf and you pour it out of a box and put some water in it. You got an instant meal here. It's like, oh my God, are we killing ourselves?
Early on in this process, it was kind of confusing because I would read a study that would say this is good for you, and then another one would say no, that's actually bad for you. Something else is good for you.
So the industry just has to keep the public confused, which they've been doing a very good job at.
I was so misinformed as a young adult that I didn't know how to eat properly and I didn't know how to balance my diet.
I was, eating what I thought was health food, salmon, big hunks of salmon.
Only at Burger King.
The standard American diet.
Listen, if you like me, I like you too. Okay? If you like me, I like you too. Cause you got good taste. Cause you got good taste. You know what I'm saying? You know what's real. The real ones know, real recognize real, and y'all looking real familiar. Hello, is that you? Listen.
The idea is that you literally are a different person when you change anything about yourself, and you're becoming a different person billions of times a second. So it's not about the idea of learning how to change, it's about the idea of realizing that you're constantly changing and constantly a different person in a different reality, in a different version of Earth, moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment, and you get to say what you are, what person you are, how you define yourself every single moment. So you get to choose. As I just said, your greatest power is the freedom to choose who you prefer to be. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks you should be. They're not living your life. They're not your reality. You are your own universe. The idea is that you live.
If you woke up unhappy, it's because you don't like yourself.
An interesting thing happens when you start to like yourself. You no longer need all the things you thought you needed to be happy.
Right.
When we don't feel good about who we are, we depend on the external world to fill us up. But as we begin to enjoy our own company, we feel more content in the simplicity of just being ourselves. So if you find that you're constantly chasing things outside of you, thinking, once I have that, then I'll be happy, it may be time to turn your attention inward and start the journey of becoming your own best friend.
Look, fam, you came here alone and you don't leave alone. So you gotta be your biggest fan. You gotta be your best friend. You gotta be your hype man. When you depend on happiness outside yourself, it is all superficial because what happens when it's not there no more? One of the laws of the universe is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, meaning things are always changing and they never stop, kind of like the law of gravity. That shit always happens. The only thing that's gonna stay the same for your entire life is the fact that you are you. And if you're not okay with being you, good luck being happy. How to start liking yourself more? Accept yourself more. Validate yourself more. Be more proud of yourself for your accomplishment. Count the small wins. If you want to feel better about being yourself, comment real and I'll send you some ebooks so you can start improving your life.
Work in silence and don't let anyone know like what next steps you're gonna take. When you tell people too much, then people have expectations of you, and at times it's not that it's expectations, it's maybe like the negative energy that they're putting on you without you even realizing it. Work in silence, do your thing, don't let anyone know what you're doing, and then one day let your success scream for you, let it happen for you, because your success and your happiness and your true inner abundance and all that kind of stuff is really gonna show. It's really gonna show when you reach it. Work in silence.
That's pretty cool.
Sometimes holding on to the BS hurts way more than letting go. This is why you should learn how to forgive. Watch this.
One day, while a snake was crawling through a tool shed, it brushed against a saw that was on the ground and injured itself. Thinking it was a threat, it snapped back and bit the saw, severely wounding its mouth. Blinded by anger from being hurt, it decided to enact revenge on the saw by suffocating it. So it wrapped around the saw and started squeezing with all its might. The poor snake kept cutting itself on the saw until it died. If only it had ignored the cut and moved on, it would have stayed alive. The moral of this story: when we react viscerally with anger and condemn those who have wronged us, we only end up hurting ourselves. In life, it is sometimes better to ignore some situations and people's insults, because the consequences can be irreversible and catastrophic. Forgive the people who have wronged you, and do not give them power over you.
If it's always been hard to forgive yourself, you need to read my book. Comment art and I'll send you the link to my library. When people do you wrong, that don't mean go back and do them wrong. If a thief comes take something from me, I'm not gonna take something from the thief because I'm not a thief. I'm not gonna let the actions of somebody else determine what type of person I decide to be. Sometimes you just gotta put a middle finger up and charge it to the game. Sometimes holding on.
Nah, that's real. Well, like Bruce Lee said, man, breathe and allow things to pass. Sometimes you gotta do that. I'm reading this quote too. It said, "You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing everything with logic. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass." That's real though. Like, that's so real. Nah, Bruce Lee, hey, Bruce Lee was tapped in. I ain't gonna lie. That boy, dude was tapped in for sure. But that's real, man. You gotta sometimes you gotta let things just go, man. For real. You can't be holding no grudges and all that. Yeah, man. Forgive. Always. Unless somebody just smack you or something, hey, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
You meet people on the same level of psychological wound as you.
Oh, man.
You also leave people where if you evolve out of that and they haven't been able to.
Wow. So you think we attract people based on our psychological wounds?
100%.
Wow. And as we start to heal and grow, if the other person's not healing and growing, we kind of pull away.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We don't
Makes
get what
sense.
we ask for. We get what we believe.
Tell them.
And what we believe about ourselves shows up in our energy. It's how we walk into a room. It's how we communicate through body language. I don't deserve to be here. It's whether we sit up straight or hide out in the back of a meeting. At times, my own energy has been saying, I'm cool with the bare minimum, don't give me more. Without knowing it, I stunted my growth because I was scared to be magnificent and doubtful that I was. I've embraced experiences I never dreamed I'd have, and I've risen to some enormous moments. But there's still more I can do, other ways for me to grow. And as I keep relearning, it's okay to own a desire for more. We don't get what we ask for. We get what we...
How to sell to a black man.
Expressed in one word.
We gonna talk about it.
Recognition. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits.
It's wild.
Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Do you wonder why? You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives.
Wow.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made.
Boy, they been had us figured out, man. For real. At the end of the day, man, if we stop acting like $1 million, you could really have $1 million. Why we gotta live for the Joneses, man? Get you some assets, man. Live like the white folks, man. Get you some flip-flops and a Hyundai. It's about stacking and living, man. Money ain't nothing but the tickets to life. The more you tell people about your money, the more they're gonna ask for your money.
Yeah.
There's no point of showing money. That's all you're getting is a woman who wanna take from y'all, man. This is why they sent rappers for our vote. Right here. Because they know us. We so easy predictable. I need the name brand. Man, give me some knockoffs in a big ass house. You feel me? You feel me? That's just how I feel. Because I was raised by the real. Motherfuckers who really got that. Not motherfuckers who really want that. And like I say, black people, the only people, like, as soon as we get in an argument, nigga, you broke as hell. That should tell you something right there. Why we got to talk about who broke in an argument? We are so infatuated by money. That's why they freed our ass, bro. Money over everything. Money over morals. It's just so easy to manipulate the black folk, the pimp gang. Just give you some money. That's it. That's all. Motherfucker lose their mind. They lose their whole morals and thought process. Motherfucker be a god angel turn into the devil for some money. The root of all evil. I know y'all gonna correct me, but I don't give a damn. But yet it's in every church. Money. You feel me? Money. They been knew what money do to you fools. Y'all believe money over education? Money. Money is everything. That's why they took the barter system away. But you don't think straight. I could pimp you. Money. Money. Game, bruh. That's crazy work, man. That damn video just told us how easily influenced we is. It gotta be Nike. It can't be Ike. You feel me? It gotta be Louis Vuitton. It can't be Louis Vuitton. Motherfuckers, we'll clown each other. None of you motherfuckers got a house, no money saved up, no assets, no land.
Nothing.
Y'all just want to talk about some money and look cool to the next motherfucker who gonna hop on the next nigga dick. Just that quick. You wasting money for no reason. So at the end of the day, man, the key to this, man, stack your money. Stop showing people money. Stop lie. Shit. I'm broke, motherfucker. Play broke, nigga, till you really come up. That's the only way you're gonna really come up. Play broke, man. Keep your shit to yourself. Don't trust nobody, but only your family, bro. Stop being manipulated, my nigga. Budget. Black folks, learn how to budget. Live amongst your means. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that, bro. If you got $5,000, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean go spend $5,000 on some damn shoes. No, that means spend 500 of the damn dollars. You feel me? Stack your money, man. For emergencies, real shit in life. Stop living for them Joneses, people. Stop acting like money and get some money. This Hood News Radio. Cheerio.
Volunteering some community gardens, because that's going to kind of really get your feet wet. That's kind of how I got into farming, because like, I was like, same thing, I grew up in the city. For me, I'm thinking about farming as like horses and cows, but when I see like carrots and collard greens going, I was like, dang, this is actually like pretty cool. I'm seeing like all these flowers, and like, I never thought about like collard greens and carrots like growing in the ground, so like it really spoke to me. And then like they got these things called like grow bags, so even in an apartment, you can grow like on your patio, get some like mushroom compost, get some like organic soil, and start with like the herbs like rosemary, oregano, even like aloe vera plants. These plants, to be honest, like not saying like that, but they are hard to kill. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't take much.
I think that B is covered. I'm just
Listen, you are already in your change. Okay, I know you're looking for something spectacular, but listen, you are already in your newness. You just didn't expect it to be peaceful, calm, and relaxing. That's the beginning. And the reason why it's fixed that way for you is because you've gone through hell and back. You've gone through a lot mentally, physically, emotionally. So your new beginning, don't get it twisted. Your new beginning needs to be that of rest, of peace. It seems like nothing is happening, but everything is happening. You just need to relax. You need this. Your body needs this. You've been in survival mode for so long that I know that this calmness, this peace, and everything is trying to get you to relax. And it seems weird because you really don't know how to relax, which goes back to you've been through hell and back. You've been constantly putting in work, and I mean for all types of things, not just for yourself, for your family, for friends, for strangers. And so now that it's your time, you need this rest. You need this rest before things start picking up, okay? So relax, rest. You've crossed over, boo. Stop questioning. Have you arrived? Is there anything else that you need to do? No, really rest. Stop going up in your head, looking for stuff, questioning. No, relax. It's done. Congratulations, it's done. I know it's going to be a challenge for you to just rest because you thought that when you cross over, you were going to immediately step into things. But no, your body, your mind, it needs this rest. So just relax. Think about this. This will help you to relax. Imagine that everything is already done for you. Everything that you've been wanting, it's already done. When it's already done, literally, if you are already experiencing whatever it is that you are creating or wanting for yourself, you would be relaxed. You wouldn't be uptight. You wouldn't be questioning. Okay, so I need you to shift into that space because it's already done. You've been looking for confirmations. This is your confirmation that you have crossed over. Your new beginning just requires you to rest. You don't have to try to manifest anything, trying to do something. That's done. Putting effort, no, just do nothing. Relax. That is the beginning of your reward. It's just to relax where you're not worrying about anything. And I know, listen.
How to be happy.
There's an epidemic of people who have crowded teeth where their teeth are like bunching up, and a lot of kids, their teeth are bunching up, and people are having to go get Invisalign and, braces and things of that nature, okay? When I was in Africa, seeing these different tribes, you want to know the interesting thing that I saw? Most of these people did not brush their teeth, but they had perfect teeth. I mean, not only were the teeth perfect in terms of like being straight, but they were white, they were together, and they were strong. There's an epidemic of people who
can tolerate stronger spice, men and women. We know it's correlated with higher levels of circulating testosterone. What we're really talking about is higher pain threshold. And you and I have talked before about if there's one clear effect of testosterone, it's that it makes effort feel good. That pain starts to have a little bit of a come hither kind of thing to it. It feels a little bit enticing when testosterone levels are elevated. When testosterone levels are lower, or if people have lower levels of testosterone, effort feels more overwhelming. How's that? And the other thing is that ingestion of spicy peppers resets your calibration for what's spicy. I think we know that too. In a way, that also adjusts people's pain threshold. So if people get better at eating hot peppers, they're better at dealing with all types of pain. People who can tolerate stronger.
Yo, Graham, how we doing, my man? Y'all have the new 2K games right now?
2K25?
Yeah, 2K25. Y'all have it in stock?
For what system, sir?
All the systems, Xbox, PS5, Nintendo Switch, hell, even PC if y'all have it.
I have it too for Xbox.
Nah, man, I need it all, man. I ain't picky, just give me them all. I need those games, man.
I'll buy them.
No God can save me right now, man. And we drive my car off a bridge. If you don't give me the address, man, no cap, man. That's how desperate I am.
9700 Woodman Avenue.
I'm on the way, man.
All right, we'll see you then.
So we just witnessed this dude talking to an AI doing this for 30 minutes and had no clue. I ain't gonna lie, it's getting to a point where I think we gotta draw the line. Because as soon as you become a character in this app, your identity is compromised. And it's crazy how this is available to the public. You can just have phone calls with niggas' voices. And you don't need no type of consent, not even from the actual person. But let me know down below how you feel about this. Are they taking this shit too far? Be sure to share this video and hit follow for more, family. Love.
The cells of your body are constantly dying and being renewed, being replaced with new cells. But now these new cells are created out of the nature of your thought. That lets me know I'd better get busy and think right thoughts. I'd better think healthy thoughts because my word is creative. You see, that's the word being made flesh. Your body of flesh, your body of affairs, and your world of circumstances are all created out of your word. What you think, what you say, and what you feel about yourself. The cells of your body are constantly dying.
Don't take this if
y'all gonna be very surprised
Check
what
this
this
out,
thing
yo.
is in. Bed, sink, stove, freezer, refrigerator, cupboards. Hold on.
Bathroom, shower.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
All of it.
Slide.
Toilet and shower.
That's crazy, dog. In a van. In a mini. That's crazy.
And go, you know, to Alaska, Labrador Highway. And all of that
Right.
on back of a truck.
Mm-hmm.
On back of a pickup truck. Well, that's hard. Y'all gonna
That's
be
dope.
very surprised what this thing is.
The firing up.
Yeah, that she's cheating, dog. Whatever. Where'd you get that pizza, dog? Do you see the shape? Is that octagon?
Yo, nah, she is definitely cheating. We got fancy to grab that phone.
Yeah, that.
My mom gave me the Snoop, like, at 6. Like, oh, y'all want to take them? Mommy, there you go. This gonna be this might be the way out of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you got to think, man. Me being 6 years old, my mom literally gave me up in a way. Like, here you go. It was just me, Snoop, Death Row.
No wonder why he played so well as the adopted kid and like Mike, right? Dang. At 6 years old? That's messed up.
That was that. And then I end up moving in with Nancy Fletcher. That's one of Snoop's background singers. And she's like all over the like doggy style albums and singing and all that type of stuff. And I end up staying with her. So yeah, yeah. I was around a lot of shit. Weed, smoke, gang banging, all type of shit.
Your mother gave you away at 6. Just the way you said that kind of sounded a little. Y'all ever have a conversation about it? Because that's deep.
Nah, I was trying to find something to say instead of making it put like she said, like nigga, go ahead, get the fuck out the house.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something to say, but nah.
that's gonna be a phone call. I mean, at 6 years old.
Yeah, at 6 I was so like numb to everything. I really didn't.
At 6?
At 6, yeah. I never once. I didn't start. I'd say this. I didn't start missing my mom until like 3 years, maybe like 2 years. I was away from her living in LA. So we would always talk on the phone and whatnot. And it wasn't towards like the ending stretch. And which is crazy story is, remember I told you I was living with one of Snoop's background singers. We went to South Central one time
And she took me. And I wasn't around no kids. So when I went to South Central, of course, me being a kid, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I'm like, it's houses, it's grass and shit. It's a neighborhood full of fucking kids. I wanna stay with them.
Right.
And then I had to call my mom, like, yo, this is where I really want to stay. I want to stay with them. I ended up moving in with Snoop's background singers, friends, off the top. And I remember being in the crib, lived with them for maybe like a year and a half, loved it. It was crazy. I didn't understand gang culture. I didn't understand none of that shit. And then I remember just calling my mom, like, yo, now I'm ready to go home. Like, shit moving slow. Snoop is out the door damn near. Dre been gone. Like, it's nothing. Like, this is dead. I want to go home, go back to school. It's over. Right. Finally got my ticket sent after begging my mom, I'm ready to go. The night that they took me, I was living with, they took me to the airport. When they came back home, they got murdered. So if I would have been in the house, waiting one more extra day to get the fuck out of LA to go back to Ohio, I probably would have been about it. It would have never been no battle. That shit would have been dumb. Like, some gangbanging shit. It would have been a rap. Like, I know they would have killed me too. My mom gave me the Snoop. Like,
that's crazy. I'm glad that didn't happen, man. Because it's definitely wouldn't be no Bow Wow.
All right, my people. I've never seen so many people in my life all of a sudden start to speak about extraterrestrials and aliens. They were speaking about Yahshua, the Most High, God, Jesus, Muhammad, Allah. They were speaking about him and his angels returning. They didn't say anything about sophisticated, technically advanced black people returning to this planet. And people talk about a fake alien invasion, which you don't know the alien is already here. The word aliens just say a lie. That's all it is. And in the north, the N means the north, a lie in the north. These people right here, this complex cell organism, was genetically modified by this species that was here already and has been here for quite some time. And they have, and it's now a lot of people are starting to catch on this, even them, because their backs are being pushed up against the wall. Y'all don't get this. Sound the alarm. But here's the deal. Once again, all you people out here that are speaking down about extraterrestrial or talking about black people in these spaceships, y'all always screaming religion. And y'all cannot point to a scripture in any of those religion books that said black people, advanced, technically advanced, sophisticated, highly advanced black people are going to return before Allah, Jesus, Muhammad, Yahshua, Yahweh, and all the rest of them clowns, because they did nothing for us as a whole, only individually, and that's mental illness, that you think that's okay. All right, my people, I've never...
I'm pretty sure it's a reptilian race. It's real, man. For real.
Whistleblower and developer of OpenAI and ChatGPT has been found unalived in his San Francisco home. His name was Suchair Balaji. Yes, I said whistleblower. He was exposed in one of the world's most powerful AI companies. And now he's gone.
Yeah.
But they ruled out any possibility of any foul play. They said he just committed suicide. Nobody ever find it crazy that it's always suicide or any other little weird way people pass away when they go against big companies like this? His family said he was never suicidal. So he raised concerns about the company's practices and ethics during his 4-year tenure with OpenAI. He alleged that OpenAI and ChatGPT violated copyright laws. He said they were using online data that included copyrighted material. So essentially, with all these findings and documents that he had on OpenAI and ChatGPT, he handed it over to people that was finna take this to federal court. Whistleblower.
There's a video of Tesla's acting strange on some leave the world behind type shit.
Okay, legit, I had to like pull over and pull this back up because I thought maybe it's a car party, right? There's a bunch of those weird looking Tesla vehicles over there, and I thought maybe it's like a car club. They're just all meeting up. And it's a Thursday night. I just want to show you. But there's no one over there. There's not a body, there's not a person. Like if it was a car club, those are pretty common around Atlanta.
And then we remember the Tesla show on how all of the Tesla cars, they was connected somehow, right? Can't even lie to you, ganger. It definitely smells like predictive program. Especially when you do your research on who helped write it. But now, y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video in the comments. Was this all just a coinkydink?
What the hell just happened?
She right? Can I get y'all any A1, any Heinz 57 hot sauce?
He looked like he wanted to fight, huh?
Is this how the pyramids were built?
Check this out.
Everything vibrates at a frequency, and if you know
This
that
is crazy.
frequency, you can control things. This is the moth, and this is diagramming all the frequencies of the elements and what their vibrational frequencies are, and the numbers that measure those frequencies. And they're all the numbers we get from looking at these ancient traditions that recur over and over and over again.
And so through this technology, they're able to move stones or cut stones or all the above?
All the above.
We call these transducers, which is just a fancy word for speakers. These speakers, they only work at one frequency, and this frequency is 40 kilohertz, which we should create oscillating pockets of pressurized air, which can produce a force on an object capable of counteracting the pull of gravity. But while ultrasound levitation devices do exist, they all rely on standing waves created when two sound waves of the same frequency are emitted from opposite directions and superimposed on one another. That means all previous devices require two sets of transducers.
Is this how the pyramids were
Yo,
built?
that might just be how the pyramids was built, though. Like, wow, that is interesting.
Notice when you land on your back, all the gravity is going down and closing the esophagus. So you need to turn to your what? Your left side. This will actually relieve all the pressure off the back of your tongue and the fats that's building off the back of your tongue, and you can get a better passageway for you can get oxygen down to your lungs, and then the lungs can distribute all this oxygen to your bloodstream. So you need to turn to your left side, and you need to start sleeping that way. Do not sleep on your right side because it turns your stomach upside down, and now you're going to have GERD disease, or you're going to start getting acid reflux, and this can create ulcers and all types of things. So always sleep on your left side, the way your stomach is positioned right, and you can keep that cardiac sphincter closed, because that cardiac sphincter acts as a door that actually shuts your esophagus off from your stomach. That way you won't start leaking hydrochloric acid into the esophagus, which will make this problem much worse, or you'll feel like you're having a heart attack throughout the day when it's really acid just burning up your esophagus and burning up that cardiac sphincter door.
Goji berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, palmetto berries. You have the berry kingdom, chase berries, or what they call vitex berries. These berries are very, very high in antioxidants, and they're oxygenators. And that's what the brain needs to breathe and to get the melanin neurotransmitters and the dendrites connect in the left hemisphere with the right hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? You need oxygen to the brain. And that's why we got all these foods that's tainting our blood, because the only way to bring oxygen to the brain is by way of iron phosphate going through the blood, cellular respiration. Oxygen's, the berries help bring that oxygen to it. But you talking about that goji berries.
So we have aliens taking over people's radios? And twin, I done seen about 4 to 5 videos just like this in the New Jersey area where people have reportedly been recording this nigga beatboxing through their radio system, or some strange ass intergalactic roar. Which make my head is cause not too long ago, didn't they just say that they found aliens inside of the ocean? Could they be trying to give a message from an alien fucking language? I don't know. But it's like every day now, things is getting weirder. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about aliens giving messages through the radios in the comments. Like or follow for more.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the real deal. Seem like it, but that's strange.
This shit is getting real. Just look what Elon Musk tweeted. This was around September. Drone swarm battles are coming that will boggle the mind. For a lot of people that don't be knowing what's going on around them, I know they like, what do you mean by that? PBB, school project. Then you got Donald Trump tweeting this. Mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government knowledge? No, I don't think so. Let the public know, and now, otherwise shoot them down. Y'all, and then the news was reporting this orb that was seen in New Jersey. Real time, they were showing this shit. I'm not saying this is true, but this was on Reddit. Y'all take a look at what this guy think is going on. Y'all can pause it, rewatch it, do whatever y'all want. Now this one, if you know, you know.
If a person fart next to you and they're your friend and they don't say anything and they wait for you to smell it, that's somebody that's gonna backdoor you. So we have to pay attention to those things before it happens. If a person fart next to you and
Yo, that is funny though. I ain't gonna, he right. That's real. That's real, man. Hold on. Let's check this out. This guy exposes what grocery stores do with molded fruit.
Okay, so this is part 2 of exposing grocery stores. So as I showed y'all before, what we do is called reworking. So we taking out the moldy stuff in here, throwing it away, and then putting it and saving some of it in here, or it go back on the floor. So, you know,
that's disgusting.
You have stuff like this, nasty,
that's
moldy.
Disgusting.
Throw it away, and then the rest, we put it. Sometimes we put it on the floor, or we put it in this, and this becomes this. Cut up, sold for way more money. Same with the blueberries. We go through the blueberries. It's bad. This is no good. We go through it, take it out, throw it away, put it back on the floor for y'all to eat. Okay, so this is part 2 of exposing grocery.
That is disgusting.
The reason they tell you to stay away from stones, and the reason they tell you that it's all woo-woo and you should not mess with it and whatever else, is because it's reconnecting you. There's memory in stone, just like there's memory in water. So what happens is when you get connected to stones and you get connected to water, you get connected to the earth, you start doing some barefoot grounding, you start paying attention, and all of a sudden you're in a very different world. Because you start to realize that all the people who were telling you it was woo-woo have no idea what even life is, or nature is, or any connection to life itself. And they're like, oh, it's all woo-woo. It's like you're sticking in people. What are you doing? You have no idea what is even going on. When you start to get into everything related to crystals, you start to see that crystals connect you to nature, which connects you to animals, fish, insects, plants, everything. It connects you to everything around us. This is why no matter where you go on the earth, there's all different types of crystals with different colors and different spectrums and all these things. The earth is, if you want to think about it, like chakras of all the different colors and everything else. There's so much. The earth is like one big gigantic just vortex of chakras and different color spectrums and frequencies and fractals. And this is just a small little piece of it. The reason they tell you to stay away from stones and
It put me in a depression. What? It put me in a pretty deep depression. Survivor's guilt, survivor's remorse, of like feeling like it's gonna be snatched away. Feeling like, yes, I have it, but how long do I have it for?
Right.
It's trauma. It's definitely trauma. I had to sit and question and ask myself, why am I in this house with my family and with the people that love me, and I'm surrounded by love and I feel alone. This is 2 weeks ago, so this ain't like 3-4 years.
Right.
It's like recent. And it just, so we sitting on almost 2 acres of land.
Damn.
And I vividly, again, a week ago, standing in the backyard, like, whose is this? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't believe you earned it and you don't believe you worthy enough of it or for it. But other people and God deems you worthy enough. And just finding that self-worth and finding that self-confidence and being, I'm always thankful, but for me, it was like, this ain't mine. But then once I start seeing our stuff roll in and I start like seeing my kid and brought me out of depression, my daughter just learned how to ride a bike for the first time.
She got a lot of space.
I'm teaching her in the backyard of how to ride the bike, and we got a hill in our backyard. And when I say 2 acres, it's just all land. It's like we got trees, but as far as the eye can go, it's just grass. And I literally like put her on the bike and let her roll down the hill, and I let her go, and I'm just watching her roll in this field of like grass, and like I was like, you did it, man. Like I really had to sit. It's not many times in my life I've been proud of myself, and I had to sit back and be like, I'm proud of me, man. It put me in a depression. What? It put me in a.
That's crazy, man. How like people that and used to getting money and stuff, and then they get on. It's like there is that fear. It's like, dang, I don't want to go back to And it's still people that work like regular jobs, man. Like you still got fear, like, oh, how I'm gonna pay this, how I'm gonna, be like that.
McDonald's playground. iPads for the little Gen Alpha babies. This is a McDonald's playground now, guys. This is so freaking sad.
What the fuck did they do to our childhood? Y'all literally ruining the next generation. Even though I stopped eating McDonald's, when we was kids, going to the McDonald's playground was lit. We was excited to go to the playground. So how did we get here? It's honestly sad to see, bro. This is a clear representation of what's happening to kids in our generation. It's taking away creativity, social skills. If this is what the future looks like for kids, then I wouldn't be surprised if WALL-E actually exposed the truth. And if you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All the humans were 100% reliant on technology and could not break free from it. So please don't let your kids end up like this. And this also gives you another reason why you shouldn't eat McDonald's. Be sure to share this video so that more people know what's going on, and hit follow so you can stay in the family.
WALL-E, dude, I feel like that can be a thing that can actually probably happen though. Like, look how we is now, just glued to the phone, So, hey, who knows? We probably could get like that, man. That's crazy, man. Imagine.
I can barely afford to eat.
So tomorrow, okay, we have a new development on the strange sounds that hundreds of people have reported coming out of the radio station at 106.7 New York's Christmas station. Watch this. If you take it to an app and speed it up by about 5 to 6 times, now listen.
She's actually my best friend, and we've been through a lot the last couple of years and everything. But
So the question is, the video taken of the radio wasn't slowed down, because now that it's sped up to the proper speed that makes you be able to actually hear what they're saying in that garbled transmission, you can see how it's going all over the place. Like, obviously this part was not in slow motion, so the audio was in slow motion. So the audio coming out of the radio was in slow motion, minus 5 or 6 times speed. Why? Was that a transmission interruption by some drone action, or did the radio mess up? How did they air that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, we have a new development on the strange sounds that hundreds of people have reported coming out of the radio station at 10.
What if I told you the sky is...
Bruh, I lie a lot because I don't like everybody in my business, bro. I don't like people knowing my moves or whatever. Like, I tell this person something in confidence, and they go tell this person that everybody know what I got going on. It almost made me feel like I ain't got nobody to talk to for real. I don't like that. So I say, you know what? I got a solution. I'm just gonna lie to everybody. I'm gonna say whatever, whenever, then that way, it don't matter what you go back and say, it ain't true no way. Like, I don't like that, bro. Like, I hate when people be in my business. I hate if I tell somebody something and another person I know come told me or asked me about what I told them. Like, bro, I could have had a group meeting and told everybody this. I wanted your opinion. I wanted to chop it up with you, see what you thought about the situation. Like, I don't like that, because I ain't messy, I don't gossip, I ain't petty. Like, you tell me something, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Like, I act like I don't even know until you come to me and tell me. But, bro, that's why I don't like people in my business. That's why I'm just gonna lie a lot. That's a solution. I'm a lie.
That is
Nobody
the
know what I
solution.
got going on. You feel me? Nobody. Okay, bruh. I lie a lot because I don't like everybody in my business, bro. I don't like people knowing my moves or whatever. Like I tell.
Y'all braiding ramen, knitting ramen.
Yo,
Do you know
yo,
how
braiding
delicate that
ramen.
is? First of all, why? It does look cool, but also you making a scarf, a noodle scarf. Why? Why are some of y'all that bored and talented? You know, this could have gone in. You should have been a surgeon. You should have been sewing people up, fixing them. You know, fixing their organs, all the internal stuff. Instead, you are braiding.
He said he should have been a surgeon. Somebody said he probably is a surgeon.
Shrimp flavored ramen. And then what do you eat? You eat a braid.
Oh my God.
You eat the sweater that you make. It'd be impressive if you just made somebody a full fit of just ramen noodle. They just, you know, you ever slurp your own shoulder? I bet you didn't. Because you ain't never worn no ramen fits. People walking around in a ramen khaki suit, just, you know, neck to ankles. Just slurp yourself one time for the one time. I'm not gonna lie, that is impressive. That is very, 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 very impressive. I don't know what kind of psychopath would do this. But it's impressive. It's the equivalent of inventing like taxidermy, you know? First person to stuff their dog or their pet.
All right, bro, we get it, man. He cold with it. He cold with it.
So
Man.
why do we have world hunger and we got these big ass Jack and the Beanstalk cucumbers, literally big enough to feed Fee-Fi-Fo Fum himself? I'm talking about Jane and the Giant Peach ass cucumbers. One of these cucumbers is enough to feed at least 5 families. So now the question lies, why do we not have these all over the world? Because if we got families that's going hungry, they could just grow these, right? Literally cut down the world's hunger with a Nephilim pickle. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been seeing giant food and fruits for the past year now. Like, let's literally think about it. If we doing all this genetically modifying shit with lab-grown fruit and foods, why haven't y'all put this on the table to help people that's starving? You know, I just got questions. But could that be a solution to world hunger? Giant food? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about this video in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And if you want to learn how to get paid residual income from post
The scientific study, we see that if we eat the constituents of a meal in a specific order, we can reduce the glucose spike of the meal by up to 75%. But if we change the order, we reduce the spike so significantly, which means less inflammation, less aging, you know, better hormone balance. I mean, we just feel much better. So the correct order is vegetables first, proteins and fats second, and starches and sugars last. And actually, when you think about it, the vegetables first thing, culturally, like this has been happening for a long time, especially in Europe. Like in France, we have crudité first, in Italy it's antipasti. In the Middle East, you know, they often have herbs by the bunch on the table before the meal starts. And the reason this works is because of that fiber in the vegetables. So the fiber goes from your stomach to your upper intestine, and there it kind of deploys itself like a transformers onto the walls of your intestine and makes this protective mesh, this protective barrier, kind of like this gooey kind of thing. The scientific study, we see that.
Have you ever said to yourself you were going to start doing something like start making content, stop smoking and drinking, maybe hit the gym or start on that new project, but every time you get ready to, it's like the inspiration and motivation is gone? Why is that? That's because the brain and the body are 2 different systems. And even though they're connected, it's like 2 different versions of yourself. Now, to make this simple, we just gonna say that the brain is the conscious part of your being and that your body is the subconscious part of your being. The brain is focused on immediate tasks, things that need to be thought about in that moment right now. The body runs off a set of programs, and those programs come from the brain after the brain has mastered them. Here's an example. Think about when you first started driving. When you first started, you had to keep all your attention on the wheel, on the turn signal, on the brakes, on how fast you were going. But now that you're more experienced, eating food, talking over the phone while driving with your knee is nothing for you. We've all had those days where we were driving and talking over the phone and then ended up home not even knowing how the hell we got there. That's because the brain has learned these processes so well that it saved these processes in the body as programs. The driving program has been installed into the body. Okay, that is what your gut feeling is. The brain has learned the process so well to the point to where it doesn't need to think about it anymore. It creates a program and stores it in the body as a gut feeling. That's why when you get the gut feeling, you don't know why it is, but you just know that whatever it is, it's supposed to be. It's that undeniable feeling of certainty. Subscribe for the full video. Have you ever said to yourself you were going to start doing something like
Juice WRLD shows himself selling his soul on his story.
Alright, y'all. I'm finna sell my soul. I'm gonna hit y'all when I'm through. I'm gonna be rich as hell. Alright?
Look, Juice selling his soul. It ain't take too long. Illuminati, man.
What'd you say, Coop?
I'm not playing either. That's he really good.
Hey, not ready though. No, look at the product, little bitty.
Juice WRLD shows himself selling.
Look how they doing it. What's they plan with this? If I don't procreate, our future won't exist. This ain't got nothing to do with emotion. Come up out of your emotions for a minute. Get up out of that.
Our lineage can't live.
We can't exist. So again, we're not attacking again. We ain't attacking our family, you know, and forget the cancel culture. This is just the facts.
Yeah.
Because you know how many gay folks show up to my events? Tons of them. Thank you for speaking the truth.
Yeah.
They love it. I'm talking about all, bro. I'm talking about the butch of the butch hugging me, brother. I love you, bro. I'm like, sister. yeah, you know. I'm like, okay, come on in. For real, because you know, a lot of sisters they want to be able to just embrace without being hurt. You know, they want that same thing with a lot of the brothers. They're effeminate, but they just need some male guidance. They need to get around some brothers who are like, okay, brother, okay, your hand you gotta shake with a little more strength. All right, well now we're gonna practice some push-ups. So y'all think I'm playing? Our family need help, bro. We all need help, man. No matter what level we in, we think we got it, we don't, whatever. We all need help. It's all in love, but just know that this enemy is using the ignorance that we have against us toward their agenda. The elites. No, that's why they're called the wickedly wise. Look how they doing it. What's
That's
they plan?
real, man. So many people be so ignorant, man. They don't even so oblivious to things. Just be at least trying to be open minded, you know. Like think outside the box, please. Dang.
Oh hell nah. Do y'all see this shit? Biden gives Pfizer and Moderna shield from being sued for COVID vaccine injuries and deaths until 2029. Now, why would he do that? This means you can't even sue the company directly, even if you face harm from the vaccines. So you telling me after people that lost their job was being forced to take this jump and then had health issues after if they didn't get unalived, they can't sue? Shit like this is what get me mad as fuck. Because these companies made billions off these vaccines. And you mean to tell me they got a shield to where people that got messed up from these vaccines can't sue? Nah, fool. We need to know why Biden signed off this shield for them. Like, people need answers. And people deserve to get compensation. And at the end of the day, some people should be going to jail for this shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Oh, hell nah.
This scientist claims that human consciousness comes from a higher dimension. Now, it's worth noting that scientists have been studying or trying to figure out where consciousness comes from for centuries, and they still don't know. So this is Michael Pravica. He studied at Harvard and California.
Honestly, that is so interesting to me. Like, where did consciousness really come from, you know? It's gotta be something higher. Something higher up there, man. Like a higher dimension. And whatever it is, it's consciousness too. You know, we're not separate from it at all. We are connected with everything's connected actually. So that is interesting. Where does it really come from though? Because like having consciousness, right? Hold on, I gotta talk. Come on with the blurry stuff, man. Come on. Right. So having consciousness. Without consciousness, you wouldn't even know you're in a reality. So that's really interesting. Done. Let's check this
Institute
out.
of Technology, and he received a PhD in experimental condensed matter physics. He suggests that human consciousness comes from a higher dimension. So this ties in well with the theory of hyperdimensionality. And that is the idea that the universe goes way beyond the visible universe. It's not just made up of the 3 dimensions that we can perceive. Maybe dimensions that are invisible to us, but definitely exist. To understand this, you can go back to my parable of the gut bacterium. But it's essentially this. Imagine you're a bacterium that's living in the gut, okay? Food comes in, you consume the food. Your whole world, your whole perception is that enclosed structure that is the gut. You know nothing about the sun, you know nothing about the universe, you know nothing about farming, the stock market, all the things that go into the food that goes to the human being that consumes it so that the bacteria can consume it. All of that exists outside of the bacteria's perception. It wouldn't even begin to know how to comprehend it, but it still exists. Now, we exist in a 3-dimensional plane. Things can be measured by length, height, width, and time. We look at an object like this, we can see that it is a sphere because it has depth to it. But if we lived in a 2-dimensional plane, if we were looking at a sphere, all we would see is a circle. Our perception would not be able to comprehend this. So what we would see is this. Now, there's many different examples of what people believe is evidence that we are experiencing higher dimension. Even though you might not see a physical manifestation, when you engage your brain in certain ways like creating art, practicing science, pondering big philosophical questions, or traveling to all sorts of far-flung places, it expands your perceptions. You might be actually tapping into something that is higher than what you can perceive. Some people would call this inspiration, but what does inspiration come from? And the source of inspiration just is fascinating to me, like the simultaneous discovery theory. The fact that multiple inventors can exclusively be working on a project and receive inspiration to create something very similar, and they have no interaction with one another. What's fascinating to me about this is the fact that there's many people who have talked about the potential of your higher self, or higher forms of superconscious that you can tap into. Carl Jung would often speak of the collective unconscious, a realm of knowledge that is shared beyond individual mind. Could this collective unconscious come from a higher dimension? Loris Cannon, who is famous for pioneering the quantum healing hypnosis technique, often talks about accessing your higher self. Through her techniques, accessing people's past life regressions and then the life in between lives, their spirit guides, she gathered information about how not only do we incarnate on this earth, but we are also a conscious power that sends some of our consciousness to incarnations, but it's not always 100%. Dependent on the perceived difficulty, you might need to send more or you might need to send less. But the consciousness that is you can exist outside of your body and exist in the higher dimension. Neville Goddard would often talk about the power of consciousness and imagination to shape reality. You can do this by connecting to a universal mind in a higher dimension. Buddha taught about the escaping of the will of samsara, achieving nirvana, the ultimate state of reality beyond ego consciousness. Could this be a reference to a higher consciousness in a higher dimension? Jesus would talk about unity with God, the oneness that connects all beings within love. He also said the kingdom of God is within you. Is that a reference to a tiny piece of a higher consciousness that exists in a higher dimension that is within all of us? And honestly, the list goes on and on. You have Guru Nanak, who talked about Ek Onkar, the idea that there is a single divine source or consciousness where all creation stems from. Everything is interconnected, both light and shadow. All an illusion to give us this reality, but we all stem from a higher consciousness or source. There are so many experiences where people talk about higher dimensions, whether through psychedelics, sacred medicines, meditation, breath work, near-death experiences, UFO sightings. I mean, the fact that people can take psychedelics and one of the most common experiences that is reoccurring is seeing machine elves, these higher dimensional beings that we can't comprehend without going into that state of mind. I mean, like, what's the chances of that just reoccurring randomly? Listen, the more I learn, the less I know. The one thing I know is we are so limited by our own perceptions. We can't even comprehend what we don't know, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. This science.
Indeed, man. People like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be open-minded, man, and just like see the bigger picture of things, man. For real. Like, life really get deep, man. It's way deeper than we think, man. And the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. Like, what? You think you know it all? No. There's so much stuff, man, you can't even comprehend. That's like, life get deep, for real. It really do.
Every cell in your body has eyes. Every cell in your body has eyes that not only see the light, but respond to it accordingly. And that's going on throughout your whole body. We know scientifically now is that about a third of the calories or a third of the energy that our body produces has to do with the food we eat. 2/3 comes directly from light. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, if you went to Switzerland, they would have people laying out naked on top of the highest mountains to get as much light as possible to heal all kinds of awful conditions, tuberculosis, all kinds of amazing conditions having to do with light. Every physiological function is light dependent, that we cannot live without light. And most of the energy our body creates is from light. So one thing is, get outside every day. Every cell in your body has eyes. Every cell in your body has eyes.
Yesterday, a guy posted on Reddit and claimed he knew why there was drones in the sky. Wait until you see this. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying this is true. I'm simply reporting on a post that was made on Reddit. Radar guy here, I know who is operating the drones. 25-year-old, or a year rather, radar operator for a major agency here. Just thought I'd let you all know what has been going on these past few weeks. The drones are part of a military drill being conducted by Space Force. Everything is on a need-to-know basis, which is why there's so much confusion. What gets me concerned, and why I had to make this post, is that something big is about to go down. I happen to know that there are additional full lockout drills that are scheduled to take place between now and Christmas Eve. Okay, so if that happens, that will be crazy, and this guy would have predicted that or known about it before it happened. These operations involve the full turnover of all radio/radar and aircraft communications to the military for several hours at a time. In conjunction with that, there are also scheduled satellite launches off the books, which have been occurring since October. They're setting up some kind of big show for the public very soon. Holy shitskis, if this is true. CNN was even at our facility shooting pre-roll footage for a future story. CNN, come on. I don't know exactly what's going on, but all I know is this, get ready. Okay, so, could be totally fake. But, I mean, come on, how could there be 100 freaking drones flying around, or thousands of them, and the government not know who they are, what they're doing, the military's, I don't know, man. Something is strange here. Yesterday, a guy posted on Reddit.
Why should I eat more live and raw foods? Because the electricity is there. That's why, because you're an electrical being. That's why people have better improvements. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else, electricity. That's the name of the game. The neural system is dealing with your brain, how it actually sends electrical signals all through the body. So your body is electrical. Just to move your feet, that was an electrical signal. It made that signal for it to move. But it goes so fast, bam, it's there. So you got this system on you, this electrical system. And it's hard for the average human being to realize, I'm using electricity. Yeah, not at the voltage like you're going to go put your hand in the socket at home. Don't do that. Somebody will try it. I'm electricity, all right. But you're still using the same forces. And even dealing with the technology, dealing with solar. Of course, we know now that we can put things in the sun, charge it up by using and harnessing electricity from the sun. But now there's one man who got a good invention going on, because people will say, well, how about when it's no sunny days, the sun ain't going to do me no good. He's creating a machine now that could get more of the electricity out of the atmosphere because it's there. But now they're finally catching up to get a machine to do that. First, the people got to connect with the life force energy that this world we live in actually. Why should I eat more live and raw food?
All right, y'all. That is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Got something from it, got a laugh in, learned something new, all that good stuff. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next upload. Like I always say, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will be seeing you guys in the next upload. Peace.